Yes, just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody who can hear me, please stop talking and raise your hand. Okay, that's good. So we're going to not be so loquacious today as not to get the job done. We got some very important people here we want you to meet. Great people that's going to run for one Maryland here to get us all together. So, Mr. Whitson, lest you say I'm talking too long, here it is, and let's move it on.
Thank you. That is the shortest speech in the distinguished career of Commissioner Jack Russell, right? For the last 20 years, Steny's had no greater friend, and there's been no greater friend in this region. His job title is Senior Advisor to Congressman Steny Hoyer for Military Affairs, but all of you know him as our delegate and our friend, and so let's welcome the Honorable John Bohanan.
Michael, thank you. Welcome to one of the greatest spots in the entire state of Maryland and indeed in the country, and thank all of you for coming out this afternoon. It is indeed an honor to have the Lieutenant Governor join us. Anthony is a former colleague of mine in the House of Delegates, and it was such a great pleasure to work with this gentleman. I'm so impressed and very excited about what he's undertaking.
And I want to thank you also for your years of supporting Steny Hoyer. Steny's he's a true fighter. I mean, you know better than I do. I mean, Steny fights for Marylanders. He fights for Americans. He's on Capitol Hill now, as we all know. Even men and women in uniform, they may get their paychecks, but it isn't going to come at mid-month. So he's fighting for them. He's fighting for college students whose loans are going to be held up. He's fighting for rural communities whose rural loans won't come through. Farm loans won't come through. He's fighting for small businesses. Those loans are going to be delayed. He's fighting for veterans who may get their disability claim, but it's going to be a whole lot longer as that backlog keeps, Bill Bohanan and I in the legislature. He's a real strong advocate for higher education, Southern Maryland, and I appreciate everything that we've done on the base realignment and closure. I look around here and I see the same thing. I see patriotic Americans, different faiths and backgrounds, ethnicities and nationalities, and like the soldiers I serve with, no doubt you too as well, we're bound. We're bound together by our commitment to Maryland and our love for America. So I've been grateful to be able to serve you as your Lieutenant Governor for a number of years, and we're going to dispense with the formalities, like we used to do in the military. I know a lot of you have military service. I am running a campaign. It takes an army to win a campaign. I knew that in Iraq. I knew it in Germany. When I was with the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division, and I know it's true here on this campaign to be your next governor. So I'm going to dispense with the formalities. You can sit, you can even keep your hats on, and you don't have to raise your right hand. But you are now sworn in as enlistees in the Brown Ullman Brigade for a better Maryland. I'm going to need every one of you.